trippy ain't not. It was 73 the other day, and I got snow on the ground. Hey, the power of the Father. I make the seasons change in the twinkling of an eye, like a thief in the night. Switch up, you know. All praise be to the Most High, living one. Don't serve nothing that Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh, Shah, Bashem, Barakadash, Barakadash. I say to my brothers and sisters out there, keep doing the work. You know, two nations was, in that belly. It was in that belly. And then one came out and he was hairy and doing all this stuff. He's a mighty hunter doing all this stuff. He was so body, the spirit, the same spirit, Cain and Abel. That Cain spirit killed his brother. And then, Jacob is the beginning of it, at Esau's rulership is, come to an end. Jacob come out and he's like, damn, this is why? Because you're just going around killing your brothers under the Most High. You're going around just slaying. It's like the Most High say, hey, King, hey, man, your brother's blood is calling out, man, from the grave. What's going down? What happened? Why you're going through that there? You're marked. You got them. You're marked. Yeah, I'm gonna set a date for you. Since you ended his life. Type of thing. Seems like, but yeah. So yeah. So he came out on his hill. Yeah, we on your hill, buddy. Yes, brothers. We on your hill now. Yes, sisters. I think some of them out there keep your head covered. Shh. Quiet. Don't say nothing. Unless it's in the great boldness of the Father, and the Father permits you to speak. I say if you don't want me to speak, silence my tongue, because you don't need me. He is the Word, I say. He is the Word made manifest to the four corners of the earth. Right here on this little device. You know what I mean? It's like easy access, baby. Yeah, if I would have thought about this a long time ago. Now, I guess it wouldn't matter because the Father does all things on His time. You know, you got a job you gotta go to. I'm just saying, who's your employer? I'm an employee. Who's my main employer? I know. I ain't gotta tell you. We ain't hiring. We ain't hiring. 140. No, let me stop. you know, those that he wants. We volunteers. You got any volunteers out there? You know what I mean? Give praise, I say, because yeah, it's the spirit. That one spirit is older than the other. One spirit is younger than the other. They just don't know. They just don't know. My people parents know now who they are. So it's just like when you do know a little bit, just a little bit, give it to the Father. If you know it to be true, give it to the Father because it only makes sense if one person, no, not one person, but all these heathens running around here slaughtering everybody, aren't they their father's seed? And I know the Father said He kill and make alive. That's why I say it's a yin and a yang. It's a yin and a yang to everything. What side of the fence are you on? You can't straddle it. And if you was already on that side, how you doing to try to climb on our side now? That's all you done done? Repent. You know what I say? That spirit is on the earth now. People be playing with portals. They be playing with portals, you know what I mean? And you have to discern that. Discern that, you know what I mean? If you know what I mean. Because when you open up a portal, right, what's on the other side of those, in those other dimensions? In the other dimensions. What type of species are over there? I see, it's like someone come knocking at your door, you're on the other side, you're in another dimension, someone open up a portal and you like, what is that? That's a hole in my world. My place, my dwelling, my kingdom. That's a hole in my kingdom. How the hole get there? A virus. We got a virus. We got a virus over here. You know, I'm standing God. We got a virus. Hey, listen. You know what I mean? Like, put none beside thee. I see. So, yeah. hmm I don't know if you understand how that is. Some pipe. What is he talking about? You know, I'm talking about different dimensions and galaxies and everything out there, regardless of what. Who's the rock and roll ruler of it all? Why you play out around with stuff you know nothing about? You don't know nothing about it? Change it. Go into someone else's space and you mess around and go into the wrong space. The wrong space. You know, is that movie? You know you don't you? You know you don't you? You know, you did that. Hey, listen, we didn't have nothing to do with it, with them playing over there like that, Father. No, nah, uh-uh. Don't be dumb. Shalom.